It's been a very dry winter here in Flagstaff. Average snowfall about 100 inches over a winter, and this year they only got 19. So the fire season is in progress here in Flagstaff. They had a big fire, Oak Creek Canyon, just about a week ago, and it's now almost entirely under control. There's still a couple hundred firefighters up there. It was a big fire, and it was awfully close to Flagstaff, so people here were very nervous about it. And beyond that, it was a beloved place to so many people from here who hiked up there and who camped up there and who have beautiful memories of that beautiful place. So pleased to have one of those firefighters with us here today. Aaron Graeser is with us, who was on that crew. Fights fires and trains people for the U.S. Forest Service and is on the alert. So, Aaron, how many of you all told were involved fighting this one?
Just about 1,200 firefighters.
1,200. I just got to ask you, Aaron, because this is just so far from the experience, my experience or anybody I know. What is it like to go to the site of a fire and get close to flames on a summer day? This just must be a chilling, horrifying experience, but you're trained for it somehow.
Yeah, it's a fiercely beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. It's the power that a fire can hold is just amazing, Garrison.
Mm-hmm. So when you went by truck up there?
We did. Mm-hmm. We did. There were folks that were flown into part of the fires, but most of us hiked in to part of the fires, and we went to work.
And at the beginning, the wind was strong and in the wrong direction. It was moving that thing along, and you couldn't get close to it.
That's right. This was a wind-driven fire in a very narrow canyon, and because of that, it was real hard for us to get in safely the first couple days, and so we kind of had to back off and come up with some larger plans to safely insert firefighters to be able to do our job and to stop it from coming into Flagstaff.
But there's no such thing as safely inserting people in that situation, is there?
You got to be just a little bit crazy to do the job.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this, Aaron? Speaking of craziness.
This will be season 16 for me.
16. All right. So your wife is sitting right over here. She's ready for you to transition into some sort of a training sort of a job, some sort of working with younger people, getting them, no?
We're working on that.
You're working on that, okay. All right, don't mean to bring up a sensitive subject. Tell us about Oak Creek Canyon before the fire came.
Oak Creek is one of those special places in northern Arizona, and I think everybody here can applaud that. It's a great place. It's a beautiful, rugged place, and it really embodies, I think, the spirit of this place.
Mm-hmm. And so far as we know, as of today, there were no injuries, no serious injuries from this, and
thank the Lord.
No houses were destroyed?
Not a one.
All right. Person cannot help but think of those hotspot firefighters in Arizona who last year lost their lives, overtaken by a fire that just took a crazy direction, and the wind shifted, and there was nothing they could do. I'm sure that was on the minds of all of your people.
And we continue to grieve for the families of the 19 Granite Mountain hotshots that lost their lives last year, and we continue to support them. And mostly, we continue to learn from their legacy and to learn the things that they passed on to us. The community has rallied around them. Their families have rallied around us, and we so much appreciate the support.
All right. Well, you've got a lot of support here, as you could tell. People gave you a standing ovation.
Thank you.
Aaron Graeser of the U.S. Forest Service, fighting the big fire.